Winter Storm Hunter is something that we're really honing in on. We've got that story, plus we're watching the mudslides out towards the west. So many stories to cover, but you know what? You're watching the Weather Channel. You're at the right place. Right now, we're going to tell part of the story by showing you a live image out of Omaha, Nebraska, where the skies are somewhat bleak and we can expect some winter weather to drive its way on through. The current temperature at 38, but it feels like, well, that's a little bit different out by Creighton University, where it feels like 30 for the time being, but changes are coming. Let's take a look at it. It is winter's time, winter's season. And sure enough, you look at the map, we have quite a bit of blue out there. And these blues that you're going to have, probably giving you the blues if you've got, again, spring on the mind or even summer, because that's a long way away. Winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, and out to the west near Billings, what's taking top billing is going to be that winter storm warning. Snowfall, we've got that coming down. Temperatures, we've got the cold air for you. In Great Falls, you've got 0. In Billings, you've got 13. Miles City, single digits. But notice, we're well above. Again, at high elevation, maybe some higher amounts, but the numbers that we're seeing here in Rygate, 9.5 inches of snowfall. And Roundup, we've got a Roundup, a snowfall of 5.4. Billings, just about an inch or so. But remember, sorry to beat a drum over and over again, but you don't have to have a great deal of precipitation, a great deal of snow to cause all kinds of issues on the roadway. Well, we continue to look down the road, and what we're going to be seeing is more of this sweep its way from the west to the east. Weather in its most rudimentary sense in Northern America is watching systems move from west to east. Of course, there's some fluctuations. Of course, there's some change, but that's the general trend. The trend we're going to see as we roll forward from 5 o'clock this evening, watch, the showers move on through. Minneapolis, you've got rain, but that switches over pretty fast. Then the cold air moves in right behind it. So what Dr. Postel's been saying all day, whatever falls is going to probably stick there for quite a while. So be prepared for that. Icing issues, well, that's another issue we're going to tackle too. Well, we could tack on anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow, mainly south of the Twin Cities, but no, it's also going to continue across the Corn Belt. I think it's amazing about weather is the variety we can see. Hard to believe 3-4 months ago we were in the 90s in this part of the world. Now we're talking a big blast of winter weather, and some of these totals, 2 inches just the east of Sioux Falls. You'll be dodging snowflakes in Fort Dodge with 6 inches of snow. Some places points north may get a little bit more, but then we're going to be talking about some other aspects like what could happen in Buffalo. Dr. Postel,
yes.
I know you're a fan of this fine city.
Oh,
I know you love Buffalo.
I do.
But they're going to be taking winter weather by the horns over the next couple of days. And it may not just be lake effect.
No, there's going to be all kinds of snow and ice, including western New York, farther to the southwest, and places as far south as southern Missouri. So let's have a look at the map here. I want to show you. It's been a while since we've seen winter weather in that part of the world. This map shows you that, how long it's been since we've last seen a winter storm warning. And right in this zone, right in here, in some cases, it's been more than 12 months and closer, in fact, to 2 years. This is going to change. I do believe we'll see winter storm watches issued today, and then those will probably get upgraded to winter storm warnings. Just giving you a heads up. In a part of the world that hasn't seen this kind of weather in a long time, it's coming. Be prepared. The worst of all, I think, is the ice. And this is a threat for icing along a narrow swath, albeit, but there will be significant amounts to fall, I think perhaps in excess of a ½ an inch. That could cause all kinds of problems with the power and bringing trees down and making travel very, very difficult, likely coming Thursday night and early Friday morning along a swath like that. Then there's going to be snow behind that and even colder weather still yet. Then there's going to be snow behind that and even colder weather still yet to come. But let me show you how it's all going to time out. Thursday evening, lots of rain on the map. No winter weather really to speak of yet, but that's going to change. So don't be surprised to see Thursday afternoon and evening's maps mostly green. But then going to Thursday evening, things change. Much colder air slides in from the west, changing it over into central Illinois and Missouri to freezing rain. Rain coming down, freezing on contact. Let's look at Paducah, Kentucky to give you an idea of what's going to happen to the temperature profile to allow that transition from rain over to the ice. So, for example, the cold front still to the west of Paducah, 11 o'clock on Thursday evening, with a surface temp, near 60 degrees in Paducah. 50 as you go up in altitude. You have to go pretty high to get below freezing up near 18,000 feet. But going from Thursday night into early Friday morning, look, the temperature crashes at the ground. We're below 32 Friday morning, but still a few thousand feet above the ground, we are above freezing. That cold air is sliding underneath some of that warmer air aloft. That's the problem. So there you go. There's the colder air sliding underneath some of the warmer air aloft, allowing that transition from rain to freezing rain. There's also likely to be some snow Later on in the period, late Friday and Saturday, as the storm matures, some air aloft back here cools off a little bit, we get all snow. But that's unfortunately going to come likely on top of whatever ice has fallen. So imagine going from freezing rain and ice and sleet over to snow and then cold for a few days thereafter. So that whatever winter weather is stuck on the ground, making travel difficult, probably going to stick around for a few days at least, well into the weekend. There's the amount of snow we've got. This is a lot of this, Reynolds, coming on top of that ice. This is the worst transition from the freezing rain to the snow to the ice. Oftentimes it's the other way around. It melts. Not this case.
Oh, man, you got to think about people in the Western Great Lakes. I mean, Eastern Great Lakes just going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, they don't want to deal with this again. And
that's
sure
one
enough,
way to
here we go.
Yeah.
Man, you know, another place we're going to take a sharp look at will be New York City. And the shot we have looks beautiful. Gotham City, how beautiful you happen to be. This is from high atop. Yes, let's see, Rockefeller Center. And you can see off in the distance Freedom Tower, but are we free from the clutches of winter weather? Well, as we dive into it, the type of variety that you're going to deal with across parts of the Northeast could be more of the damp variety. Very quickly, you have the area of low pressure. The door is wide open for that moisture coming in from the Gulf. That's going to interact at the same time with, again, that system moving on through. So rain first, that's going to be the story. Then we see the rain switching on over to a touch of snow, maybe some sleet moving in also. The story for tonight to tomorrow, we see it begin to shift its way across the Ohio Valley. It belongs to the Great Lakes. And if you're in the Great Lakes and you see this forecast, you're saying it's going to be rain. It's going to be rain. Not so fast. We're going to see that change over to some snow and maybe some sleet. Friday night tells the story of seeing some of that moisture move to the mid-Atlantic, but look right along parts of Tennessee, especially Nashville. That's where it gets just absolutely bonkers. Then to Friday evening, and then we make from Friday evening into Saturday, what we're going to be seeing, mainly rain for much of the Northeast. So, showers coming down, numbers stacking up. But the numbers that could stack up in terms of the frozen precip, we're talking about the snowfall, could be strongest near the shores of Lake Erie, Tug Hill Plateau, but mainly rain, as we mentioned, Boston to New York, perhaps 1 to 2 inches of some rainfall. Continuing coverage.